Hello friends! In this video you'll see how the actors of the TV series Bewitched 1964-1972 have changed. You'll know their real names and age. I will show you how they look then and what's with them now. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Let's go! Lois Tate is on good terms with Samantha and is married to Larry. She's a rather open woman who is capable of showing tenderness and caring for loved ones, played by Casey Rogers, who passed away from a stroke in 2006. Samantha Stephens is Darren's favorite woman and the mother of his children. She can be stubborn, tries not to refuse help and has a good patience. She's endowed with magical powers, played by Elizabeth Montgomery, who died of a colon cancer in 1995. Andorra is Taditha's grandmother and possesses huge witch power, which she often uses to annoy her son-in-law, Darren. Sometimes she doesn't care too much about the consequences of her magic, played by Agnes Moorehead, who died of a uterine cancer in '74. Larry Tate is Darren's boss, sometimes can show helplessness in some work matters, during which he relies on the professionalism of Stephens. Knows how to communicate with customers and be polite, played by David White, who died in '90 of a heart attack. Darren Stephens is Samantha's beloved, who somewhat dislikes his wife's magical abilities, but genuinely loves her. He takes his work quite seriously and tries to find an approach to each client, played by Dick York, who died from emphysema in 1992. Darren Stephens is the father of Taditha. He is considerate to his family and tries to be kind and patient with Samantha's parents, often shielding their display of magic in front of mortals, played by Dick Sargent, who died of a prostate cancer in '94. Abner Kravitz is married to Gladys and is one of Stephens' neighbors. He is fairly harmless, not used to making trouble for others, and compared to his wife, he knows how to respect his privacy, played by George Tobias, who died in 1980 of a bladder cancer. Gladys Kravitz has a restless nature and has an extreme curiosity that often causes her to quarrel with her husband. She was wary of Samantha and tried to prove to Abner the strangeness of her neighbor, played by Sandra Gould, who died from a stroke in 1999. Esmeralda works as a housekeeper for Stephens and has magical powers with unexpected outcomes due to her anxiety, knows how to get along with children and likes to go on interesting dates, played by Alice Ghostley, who died in 2007 of a colon cancer. Dr. Bombay helps Samantha and her family. He responds promptly to calls, but may not always prescribe accurate treatment at times, as he doesn't exactly do what he likes to do. Likes to make jokes, played by Bernard Fox. Morris is related to Samantha. Although he often behaves in a manner not distinguished by loyalty, he tries to make care of his daughter and grandchildren and strives to give them the best, played by Morris Evans, who died of a heart failure in 1989. Bob Paikovsky is the husband of one of the women who gave birth on the same day as Samantha Stephens. He, too, like many others, fell under the spell of Morris and felt admiration for Darren's son while disregarding his own daughter, played by Gordon D. Wall. Darren the boy, Bill Mommy, became this way thanks to his mother-in-law, but it helped him solve a difficult task at work. He acquired only the appearance of a boy, but at the same time retained all the seriousness, assertiveness, and an adult look at things. Ed Hotchkiss is Frances' husband and was one of Larry Tate's clients. He's a confident man who likes to emphasize his strengths, sometimes exaggerating them somewhat. Has poor creativity, played by Charles Lane, who died in 2007 of natural causes. Augusta Sunshine is the owner of Happy Heart and was also one of Darren's clients. Has a creative streak, writes his own poems for postcards, but is not ready to modernize and admit his blunders. Played by John Fiedler, who passed away in 2005 from cancer. Miss Kabbaker can charm people, but exactly until the moment when they get to know her better. She's not infrequently mannered, trying to deliberately humiliate people, and is used to getting away with it. Played by Julie Gregg, who died of cancer in 2016. Police officer number 2 is a resident of Salem and works exclusively with a partner. He promptly responds to incoming calls, is patient and never crosses the line with both applicants and suspects. Played by Ron Massack, who died of natural causes in 2022. Assistant trash collector is distinguished by diligence, not used to skipping work, and always clearly follows the route, not missing a single house. It was his shift that took Darren to the dump, played by Art Metrana, who died of natural causes in 2021. Apothecary owns his shop where he caters to anyone with magical abilities, and one of his customers was Samantha. He specializes in the preparation of potions of varying complexity and may show an increased interest in clients. Sheila Summers, Nancy Kovac, was previously in a serious relationship with Darren Stephens. She is used to living in a big way, is not distinguished by courtesy, and can easily offend a person, making claims to the shortcomings of someone else's appearance. Mayor Schoffer describes himself as an attentive man who doesn't miss details and is extremely careful when driving. He's pushy, but he doesn't always manage to get the car repaired properly. Played by Vic Tabak, who died of a heart attack in 19. Miss Ferndale is an employee of the House of the Seven Gables, where she conducts tours, knows a lot of historical information, and monitors the safety of museum exhibits. Likes male attention. Played by John Hotchkiss, who died in 2022 of a heart failure. Aaron Bates Jr., Ricky Powell, was a toy salesman but desperately wanted to feel like a little boy again, something Taditha Stephens successfully helped him do. He is characterized by integrity and can come to the rescue of the loved ones even as a child. Mrs. Goodall works at a local maternity hospital as a day nurse. She is tactful, can say nice words to mothers whom she can help if necessary, and also notifies women in labor of visitors who have arrived. Caught under the spell of Morris, played by Pat Priest. Harriet Kravitz is related by blood to Abner and gets along well with Gladys. She's curious, likes to keep an eye on her neighbors, and is sometimes unceremoniously. Knows how to cook well. Played by Mary Grace Canfield, who died in 2014 of a lung cancer. Mrs. Bentley is a friend of Samantha who is often seen in the city park. She is not thrilled with an ongoing progress and often likes to discuss how the price of products has risen. Played by Barbara Perry, who passed away in 2019 of natural causes. Johann Sebastian Monroe taught Samantha's piano for some time. He is demanding and in his work can be overly persistent and somewhat tactless, able to recognize musical talent. Played by Jonathan Harris, who died in 2002 from a blood clot to the heart. Boy at door is pretty independent and tries to earn his own pocket money. He often goes around to nearby houses and offers to mow their lawns. He's observant and somewhat persistent. The role is performed by Craig Huxley. Taditha Stephens, Erin Murphy, is the firstborn child of Samantha and Darren, who inherited her mother's magical powers. She has a rather stubborn disposition, trying to obey her parents whenever possible, but often forgetting not to show her powers to others. Malvina is ranked as an evil witch. She has a jealous nature, can be deeply offended by even minor things, which often results in her taking revenge on others, setting up various curses, played by Arlene Martel, who died of a heart attack in 2014. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please share it on social networks, like it, and of course subscribe to the channel.